What's the hardest thing to do as a small business working from home? It's finding other small businesses working from home. When a lot of your contact with the outside world is on the internet, you want to be able to type some search words into, say, YouTube, which is my favourite place to hang out, and you'll just find the channels, but it's really hard. If I type in UK small business day in the life, I get how to be a millionaire, how to make £50,000 a day on Etsy. I want to find this sort of thing, and I can't just talk to myself. I want to see those people who, like me, in November, they've not put their heating on yet because it's cold. They're trying to work, so they're sitting there in multiple jumper layers. They've got their dressing gown on. Maybe they've got a hot water bottle on their laps, and they're sewing, or they're making cards, or they're doing their digital prints online. And I need to know that there are people out there doing it the same way as I do, and I know they exist because when I go to business socials, when I chat to people on Instagram or in real life, they all say this is what their life is like, and yet they're not posting it online. And I think there's a fear of my channel doesn't look glamorous enough, it's not professional enough, I don't like seeing my face on the camera. But this is really important stuff. And I can do, I do a lot of like little product uploads, and then I'll do the to camera ones where I'm making something. But this stuff is also so important because it can be such an isolating way of life. If you work from home in a small business, maybe you do live with family, maybe you have a partner, maybe you have children, or maybe like me, you live on your own, and all your work revolves around you just sitting there making stuff, coming up with ideas, trying to work out how to make YouTube work in your favour, trying to work out why something isn't selling well on Etsy, or why Etsy just seems like a ghost town. And I mean, I think at the moment it's pretty obvious. Cost of living crisis, economic challenges, and some people will say, oh no, but I'm having a wonderful time, nothing's going wrong with me. But most people will be feeling the effects of that. 2023 has been a very, very difficult time for a lot of small businesses, and it must be really hard to try and stay motivated when you're not seeing those sales coming in. And maybe like me, you've decided that you are going to keep running your business. It's not costing you a lot of money to run, even though you're not making a lot of money, but you've decided to go out and find other work as well. And that's what I've done. I've started 2 new income streams that are essentially working for other people. They're very, very part-time, so they don't impact my making and doing videos and things like that, but they add a very important bit of finance that enables me to keep paying my bills, basically. I don't have to really worry about my business. I have extremely low outgoings because I work from home, and my rent is just my personal rent, so my business doesn't really cost me anything to run. It's just my website and any listings that I put onto, say, Etsy. Any sales that I make on Etsy obviously come with extra fees. But apart from that, my business doesn't cost anything to run. So I'm not worried about I have to find £300 a month to pay for workshop rent or an expensive business mobile phone. I don't have any of that, and that's a very deliberate thing on my part, which means that I can just focus my energies on other self-employment incomes that go into the same pot. So when I do my self-assessment in April, or whenever I decide to do it, it's all coming out of the same pot, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so it's just really, really difficult. And trying to find out what posts actually work. So although I do quite a lot of product videos, I do a lot of face-to-face stuff like this now, and I'm doing more of that as and when I find something worth talking about. My last post was about, should I ditch social media? And it's It's not been my best ever post, but it has picked up engagement. I don't know why. I need to find out why. The good thing about YouTube is that once your videos are up, they stay up. If you post an image on Instagram or a reel, 48 hours, it's gone. No one's going to see it unless they're searching specifically for you. On YouTube, your search terms will stay relevant. If someone searches for something that you've included within your YouTube text and what have you in your titles, someone will find it. If someone watches a lot of YouTube that's similar to yours, eventually you're likely to come up in their home feeds. So the longevity is there, and it takes such a lot of time. And every so often I find a new channel, but it's really hard work finding little channels like mine. Yeah, they're not glamorous. I'm not glamorous. Look at me. It's the middle of November. I'm freezing cold. It's like 12 degrees in my flat. Heating's not on yet. Can't afford to be running that. I've got 2 jumpers on. I've got my dressing gown on. I'm about to go and get my hot water bottle up running, and I'll be strapping that to my middle underneath my dressing gown to keep me warm. And I'm going to go and make another nice hot cup of tea. So if you find that this is what your business life, as a small business, as a micro business, as a work from home, maybe you're part-time because you're a parent with children at home, or you have other care responsibilities, maybe this is what your life is like as a small business, or not even a small business, just like a home crafter or something. Just tell me. Post comments, post your links, let me know where you are. I really want to find you people. I've found loads of them over on my personal channel where I talk about frugality. I like to talk about car camping. I like looking at van lifers and all that kind of stuff. I love that kind of, wartime baking, all that kind of stuff. And after a year, it suddenly started to pick up. I've got more people watching. I've got more people joining my channel who have channels who are the sort of thing I'm interested in, and that's been really inspiring. So I'm hoping that once I get to a similar time frame on this channel, that will all start to pick up. It requires a lot of patience, algorithms, SEO, everything takes time. Nothing is an overnight success. Please join me. If you see this post appear in your home feed, please hit like, follow me, comment, join me on this very basic, frankly at the moment rather chilly journey that I'm on, and I hope to speak to you again soon.